Y'all know what the fuck going on? Royal Life Productions in this motherfucker.
Bro, my name Rocadopolis, also known as Dopo.
When you think about it, did you really keep it true? When you think about it, did you really keep it true? Imagine walking around in a world with just you, the man in the mirror. Everything you see is everything that you do. The man in the mirror. When it's said and done, can you live with just you? The man in the mirror. When you think about it, did you really keep it true? When you think about it, did you really keep it true? Reflection, give me some sense of direction. Give me the courage instead of protection.
So how long you been doing music?
I've been doing music for about 10 years.
What made you want to do music?
What made me want to do music was for fun. I started off as just doing it for fun. My brothers and was doing it, so they influenced me to do it. I was really influenced by my brothers doing it.
So like, do they still do music?
Actually, they don't. They don't really do music no more. And it's kind of weird because I started off with them and then I kind of kept going, you know.
So is there anything other than music that you do?
Yeah, I do. I actually got a mobile detailing company. Me and my fiance, we got a mobile detailing company called We Shine Detailing. So check us out. You know, we do that. Also, I'm a writer, brand ambassador, stuff like that as well.
So you're a brand ambassador. What brand do you guys have?
Right now, we're working with my homeboys. You know what I'm saying? Which is really like family. Bird City Fly, BCF. You know, that's the main. It's the main things right there right now.
So is that a Phoenix brand?
Yep, brand out of Phoenix, Arizona. You know what I'm saying?
So do you guys collab with like a lot of Phoenix like promotion and other stuff?
Yeah, we collaborate with different people from all different walks of scales of life and everything. You know what I'm saying? From the hood to the corporate, concrete, corporate, everywhere.
So for you, how do you get your music out there?
What I do is I distribute it myself. You know what I'm saying? I distribute it through DistroKid. You know what I mean? And they put it on as many platforms as possible for me online, for streaming services and stuff like that.
So we were talking before. You said you had one of your songs on the Shine.
Yeah.
How did that make you feel?
I liked it. It was a good accomplishment for me. You know what I mean? To be able to be on Showtime, HBO. You know what I mean? No matter how long or how long they played my song or nothing like that, it was an accomplishment for me. You know what I mean? It showed me that my hard work is paying off.
Is it the same feeling when people hear their song on the radio?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is, because I do get phone calls, and I have got random phone calls from people in the past and be like, hey, I heard you on XM radio, you know what I'm saying, Shade Radio, I heard you on 98.3, I heard you on 101.B, the Beat Locker, you know what I mean? Shouts out to the Beat Locker, Support District Radio, and all our household companies that represent for our platform in Arizona as well.
So how old were you when you worked on the first song?
I was in my 20s when I probably wrote my first complete song. And it was the first song was called Keep It 100%.
Okay, so you still remember it?
Yeah,
Do you still remember the flow?
I don't know. I remember a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember a little bit.
So how old were you when you first hit that booth?
When I first hit the booth, I was in high school.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I was in high school doing music around, like I say, my junior and senior year. I was doing music, and then I stopped doing music when I got into college and I started playing football and stuff like that. And then I dropped out of college or whatever, stopped going to school, and then I got back into music real heavy after that.
So what is the difference between you when you first started doing music and you now?
I definitely say the maturity level in the way I present myself and the way I present my music and the product. I think the product has got better. My product has got better. My skills, my flow, my delivery, the way I put music together has overall gotten better.
What make you keep going?
The impact that I have on other people personally, the inboxes that I get telling me to keep going, stuff like that. People that hear my music and be like, man, this line, I liked it, this line, it helped me keep going. You know what I mean? So the music that I put out is positive music overall. So when I can make a positive impact on somebody else, like, it makes me feel good, it makes me want to keep going. And sometimes I get those messages when I am like frustrated and like, damn, stuff ain't going my way or things ain't going how I liked it. I didn't get a chance to do this as an artist, or I didn't get a chance to do this as an artist. You know what I mean? I sit back and I have gratitude for the things that I have accomplished.
So for you, is there any quitting time?
No, there's no quitting time.
And you know, they say most artists got a year, a span of 5 years.
A window of opportunity. And that's why we got to change the narrative, you know what I'm saying? And the difference is you have to promote yourself as a brand instead of just an artist. And the way I say you need to change the narrative as well is because hip hop and rap is the only window the only genre of music that they put a cap on that say you got to stop rapping when you're a certain age, or you got to stop doing this when you're a certain age. But if you look at rock and roll, R&B, all of these other things, they embrace their artists, they embrace them people in those genres forever. You know what I'm saying? So why do they want to cut artists off like that? Why can't we embrace Rakim forever? Why can't we embrace Tupac forever? Why can't we embrace Jay-Z together? Well, forever. You know what I'm saying? Why do they have to, oh, you this age, you gotta start rapping? I don't agree with that. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Because some of the older rappers make better music than some of these up and coming rappers. You know what I'm saying? Like E40, he been around forever. Making rapping music forever. You know what I'm saying? And just like he's saying his rap, it'll be a new nigga next year. You know what I mean? I don't want to be that new nigga. I'm longevity. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I think. I think forever. I'm not thinking for right now.
So what are you doing different to keep that going?
I'm building myself as a brand. You know what I'm saying? As a brand, and I'm just making sure I'm shaking the right hands and building the correct relationships. You know what I'm saying? I'm building the correct relationships and putting quality out there, putting quality music out there. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's gonna keep people coming back. I think they get like a home cooked meal. You know what I'm saying? They get a quality meal. They get a quality situation. It's a quality scenario. It's just not nothing that you can pop into the microwave and it'll be instantly done. No, they gonna, like my music, when a fan first hear it, they gonna enjoy it, but they gonna be able to go back to it and learn something different every time they hear it. They're gonna be like, oh, he said it that way, or he did it that way. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little complex with some of my lyrics, you know?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell them like, if you want to be a rapper, that's okay, but think about being a rap executive. You know what I'm saying? Think about being something that you can get paid off of, because sometimes artists don't really get paid. You know what I'm saying? Now things have changed to where you could create a social media buzz or go viral or get this certain type of fan base. Anyway, you can be successful at it. You know what I'm saying? But it's more than just being a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Learn the business. Once you learn the business and get organized, it'll get you far. Because I believe, like one of my mentors, Freeze, told me that you got 100%. I mean, he believed, and I agree with him, that 10% is just the music. You know what I'm saying? 90% is everything else. The production of the music, how you present the music, how you gonna get it into the right people's ears to hear the music, and the right demographics. You know what I'm saying? The marketing, the advertising, like all of that is very valuable. You know what I'm saying? It's a major asset.
So it's basically like everything else, you gotta sell it to somebody.
Yes, you do.
Okay, I feel that.
My daughter.
Your daughter?
Yeah, my little daughter, Avani.
Okay.
She influences me. You know, she's young, and you know, she just keep me going. She keep me active.
So if somebody can look through your phone, what kind of music they will find?
They find all kinds of music. They find jazz, techno music. Not a lot, but you can find all kinds of music. I actually wrote for different genres before, you know.
So is that where a lot of artists is like going wrong at? Because they want to stay as a rapper, except for trying to branch out and do everything?
Yeah, I think you should never limit yourself to one genre of music, you know, especially because there's so many different opportunities you can get from writing and having ideas, and you know, you can have an idea to help create something great by not limiting yourself.
They say a rap is another form of expressing themselves. So for like a lot of people that can't express themselves, what do you think they should do? because a lot of people can't rap. We're gonna give it like that.
Right.
A lot of people can't rap. For me personally, I think a lot of rappers nowadays are social media comedians,
Actors.
actors,
Yeah.
because they do everything for the likes, the views, but they're not telling everybody how they became a rapper. They're not trying to show you the next level. Except for, like they said, the old heads. If you listen to some of the old heads, they teaching the younger cats how to make $1 million. But the new kids that came on the block, they just throwing their money at you. If you watch them on social media, they get in, buzz down caskets. They get in $1 million cars. You think that's a lot of rappers do that? A lot of mainstream rappers do that in their first 2 years of being a mainstream artist?
I mean, sometimes a lot of these artists, where they coming from, they never experienced success of that magnitude. You understand what I'm saying? So some artists, they don't know how to act once they sign a big check or get a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? And they don't have, sometimes they don't have the correct people on their team to help them with the financial saving or what you should do, planning for the future. You know what I'm saying? They've been planning for the moment their whole life. So sometimes when the people, younger artists get a lot of money or come across a lot of money, they change instantly overnight. You understand what I'm saying? And they're not ready for that. Everybody's not ready for that life, you know, and they can lose it fast. That's why you see rappers doing it big 1 minute and then they falling off. And then a lot of that shit is a facade, bro. A lot of that shit is just, you know what I mean, they don't own none of it. A lot of these artists don't own it. It's just all for the glitz and the glamour, like you said. It's just all the, that's it. You know what I mean? Some of it's for motivation, but some of it's just a flash. None of that shit has no meaning to me. You know what I mean? Like, I got a song called It Ain't Enough Money for What I'm Worth. You know what I'm saying? And I mean that. That's the thing, because it's social media now.
Yeah.
And like we just talked about, it's a lot of acting. A lot of these artists are just acting. But when you in the public eye, you're going to have to prove that. Somebody going to make you prove all that shit you rapping about.
Yeah.
And I ain't saying it's going to be me, but somebody that's hearing you rap about all this different stuff and about this gun violence and about doing all this different shit, they going to come see about you. Eventually, they're going to show up to your shows because that's what you're attracting, that's what you're putting out in the atmosphere. So you're going to have to prove that. You know what I'm saying? And people don't understand that. They think they get into it and they can just act and act and act and act. But no, these words is powerful that you said.
Yeah.
What you're doing is powerful. This music you putting out is powerful. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if it's the opposite of what I'm doing or the same as what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? We have to be ready to, we need to be ready to accept what we're putting out there in full return to come back to us.
Because you never know if the people that live that life is coming for you.
Right, and I personally, myself, I don't rap about everything I live. You know what I'm saying? But I do rap about my life personally.
Yeah.
I'm not. And that's just me. And I don't have nothing against what other people rap about and what they do either. Don't get me wrong. But I'm just saying, like, if you want to act, you want to do this, and you want to be prepared for the outcome. You know what I'm saying? You understand the cause and effect of everything that you're doing as an artist. And that's an advice I would give to artists. Understand the cause and effect. Make sure you got your paperwork in line. Make sure you got your business in order. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been in some certain situations that has been heartbreaking. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't handle my paperwork. I didn't handle the things that I could have handled as an artist. You know what I'm saying? I was just trying to get my music out there.
Yeah.
I was just trying to go and do so many different things and wear so many different hats. So it's okay. Build your team. You know what I'm saying? Build a team and execute your plans.
But isn't that how a lot of artists lose money? For not reading that contract? Not like, cause like we talk about, most artists is ready to make that money. So what category can you put your music in? What genre?
I'll put my music in reality rap. If it's not a genre for that yet, I'll put it in that. And if it's not one for that, I'll just create it one.
So you make your own trends?
Yeah, we trendsetters. So I really don't try to be trendy. You know what I mean? Everything is in it that we need. You know what I mean? From my experiences and from what I've been through. So that's what I'm rapping about. That's what I'm giving to the people. It's easy to do. It's easier to do that than for me to go try to copy somebody else, like, you know what I'm saying, and reenact someone else's life. I'd rather just be me.
So that's what's trending right now. Everybody copying everybody else.
Yeah.
And
Don't get me wrong, it's okay. I mean,
it's okay till you get caught.
It's okay to do the try. It's called the try truth or something like that. It's like something that's been tried and it's been successful already. It's okay to take ingredients from different artists because that's what happens. You know what I mean? That's what goes on in the industry. I mean, but if you copy a person from verbatim, every single different thing, then how long would you think you're gonna last? How long do you think you're gonna last as an artist or copying somebody else? Or you could just be yourself. How long, you know what I mean? How long would you last amongst people being a copycat?
So as we watching some of your videos, have you dropped anything lately?
Yes, I have. I dropped a song called Reflection. That's my recent project that I have dropped. It's called Reflection. I did a video for that as well. You can check it out on YouTube. Produced by Paco, the producer. Is a 19-year-old producer out of California. That's the latest. That's my latest single on iTunes, Tidal, Spotify, all of that.
So tell me, big truth from you.
Already.
What do you think about the current music right now?
The current music it's alright, because I like music, you know what I'm saying, so I think it's alright, you know what I mean, it's cool. I just feel like it could be a little bit more balanced from the kind of music that they put out there, you know what I'm saying. I think that there is more diverse music that's being promoted. They may promote, for instance, trap music 90% of the time, but when you still got conscious rap, you still even got party music, you still got rhythm and reality, you still got all these different genres that's not getting all this much airplay. But I believe that that's all by design. You know what I'm saying? It's all by design, so what can you do but I can just keep on pushing what I'm pushing.
You can choose to work with any established artist out there right now. What would it be?
To be honest with you, a rap artist or just any artist, period?
Any artist, period.
I would like to work with Solange.
Beyonce sister?
Yeah, Beyonce sister.
Okay.
Her, LMA, somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? And then if it's a rapper or something like, maybe like Meek Mill, somebody like that. But Solange, you know what I'm saying? But one artist that I want to work with for sure is like, I want to work with Mary J. Blige.
Okay.
I like to do a song with her. You know what I'm saying? Get a feature from her or something too. You know what I mean? Wishful thinking, but that's the type of person I like to work with.
What do you think about the female rappers that's blowing up right now? You got City Girl.
I love it. Even, I mean, I love it. You know what I'm saying? It's giving them an opportunity to, because females run shit. Whether we believe it or want to agree with it or not, females run the world. They've been running this motherfucker. But, you know, masculinity seems to run the world.
So Dopo, where'd you get your name from?
Dopo?
Yeah.
I named myself Dopo. When I was born, my mama named me Rodney. And then when I got around my friends, one of my homeboys called me Rock. And then I started doing a little music more. My brother called me Rocco. I had to change my name for Rocco because I don't know if you heard of the rapper from Atlanta. His name was Rocco. I think he passed away possibly. So I couldn't be Rocco no more. So my cousin, he called me Rocadopolis. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't be Rocco no more. So he called me Rocadopolis. I went by Rocadopolis. That's a name that I really cemented my status in Arizona hip hop with Rocadopolis. You know what I'm saying? And the different things in my resume. But then I named myself Dopo. That's the first name I gave myself. And it got a meaning to it. It's called Designs of Prosperous Operations. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Dopo means.
What made you want to change your name?
Just a rebirth, you know what I'm saying? Just a rebirth because I've been associated with a lot of different people throughout my career. You know what I'm saying? And some of it hasn't been for my best benefit. You know what I'm saying? As who I am. You know what I mean? So I just accept all of that know what I'm saying? And metamorphosis into something else, grow into something else.
So what do you listen to before you hit the booth?
Before I hit the booth,
Yeah.
I listen to my mind. There's so much stuff going on in my mind, in my head. I really just try to calm my mind and stuff like that.
So this are top 5 rappers?
On top 5 rappers in the industry.
Yeah.
My first, I like, to be honest with you, I'm a real huge, I'm not a fanatic, but I'm a fan of Jay-Z. That's one of my top rappers, you know what I'm saying? I like the way that he not only raps, but I like how he conducts business as well. So I had to put him up there. And, he's not that active right now, but I like Rakim as well. Rakim, he's not active, he's not dropping music and stuff like that, but I think he's cemented, he established himself in the game early, so I like him. Tupac, he ain't live, but he had a major influence on me wanting to just be real and be myself, you know what I'm saying? And fuck asking for permission, you know what I'm saying? Type mentality, you know what I mean? Just be who I am, personality. I even like Ice Cube. There's a lot of artists out there. I'm diversified with it, you know what I'm saying? I like music, you know what I'm saying? It's period. And then I also like Andre 3000. I like Andre 3000. He's pretty dope. J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar. There's a lot of artists out there I like.
So it really depends on what day, how you feeling.
Yeah, you know.
Okay.
One Thugs and Harmony this day, the Loonies the next day. Who knows?
I can feel that. I know some people like, I had interviews with one guy, they said they can't listen to like country, they can't listen to rock. And I asked why. They were like, oh, because I don't want that to influence my music. I don't want to be rapper next, you know, I'm trying to sound like those guys. I gotta stay focused on what I'm trying to do. So,
I mean, music is universal. It's all connected somehow, some way. You know,
oh yeah.
So I think when artists do that, they limit themselves.
But not even that. Rap is universal.
Right.
Because you can listen to like, and
It's not only universal, it's very influential.
yeah.
It's the top influence music genre in the world. Hip hop culture influences the world. But the thing about it is so fucked up is the world don't even embrace the people who create the music. You know what I'm saying? But they embrace the music. They love the culture. They love what's going on. But what about the people that's putting this out and producing this? And at the same time, to rewind and give you some history, country music come from copper-colored people. It come from us. You know what I'm saying? So that's just people afraid to look in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? You scared to look in the mirror. You scared to do these certain different things. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not familiar with them. But it's really you. It's a reflection of who you is. That's how I feel.
I like that. Talk your shit. Yeah.
So, you know, it's just about being prosperous, man, and just being optimistic about a lot of shit in this world. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it's about. And be a free thinker and think for yourself and be creative, because that's what we were created for. I think we were created to be creative. You know what I'm saying? Not to copy what's already been done. You know what I'm saying?
But you know, society gives rappers a bad reputation. Like society, if you're a rapper, you either a banger, you either like.
But that's the narrative, like, and that's why I think we gotta change that narrative, and we have to, even by you having a media outlet and all these different things, we need to promote artists that's not violent, that don't have to be violent, and it's the perception of this shit. I mean, people can just be rapping about violence because this is something they seen. Cool, no problem. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times, if that goes back to me telling you, they're gonna promote what's bringing our communities down more, because we don't own what's ours really. We come up with the music, the sounds, and all of this different stuff, but we don't even own hip hop like we should. We don't even have, you know what I'm saying? We don't have no really big record labels. We don't have no big companies. We're starting to see that now. with Quality Control, Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying, these different hip hop moguls, you know what I'm saying, Timberland, but at the same time, they still owned by companies that's above them. So a lot of the time, they say, you tell people agree with what they see the most. You know what I'm saying? If you keep constantly seeing Chevy trucks on commercials, Chevy trucks on commercials, and then you see a Ford once, and then you see Chevy. So when it's about time for you to go out here and buy a car, you're gonna be more acceptable to buy this Chevy because that's what you're more familiar with. You're not familiar with a Ford. You're not even thinking for yourself now, really. You letting this social media think for yourself. You letting these different things think for yourself. So they're gonna promote something that's continuously doing the same thing. You know what I mean? When somebody like myself come around that's spitting and rapping about something different, and you get lightning in the bottle. I'm like lightning in the bottle. You know what I'm saying? And that's what people really need to be themselves, and that's how you become lightning in the bottle. That's how I feel.
So where can your fans follow you at?
Man, my fans can follow me online at Dopo Music everything, Instagram, Facebook, all of that. I'm about to be having a lot. I'm gonna launch my own website pretty soon before the end of the year. It's gonna be Dopo Music at, you know what I'm saying, DopoMusic.com.
So what is your website gonna be about?
It's gonna be real. I'll give you a little insight of it. I'm gonna also create an app as well, so you can subscribe to my website, and all of my subscribers get exclusive deals monthly. They get to hear my music. They get to see a video maybe 5 or 10 days before the public get to see it. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be real personal. I'm gonna send t-shirts and everything to my fans that subscribe to my website and my app. Free game. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what it's about. Like, you gotta create like all of the platforms is great, but you gotta create your own platform as well.
A lot of people don't see it like that. A lot of people just like you said.
They want to get in. They just want to fit in. People just want to do what's been done. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay at the beginning, but it's the age of information. It's the age of information. You can literally teach yourself how to run a multi-million-dollar record company, record label. It's all information is everywhere.
Everybody go to University of YouTube.
Yeah, everybody.
Social media teaches you a lot.
Definitely.
Like social media teaches you a lot. It teaches rappers how to be thugs. It teaches like everything. It teaches you how to mix and master. It teaches you how to do podcasts. It teaches you a lot. So that's why when I say there's a lot of rappers out there that's actors, social media condones that.
Right.
So it's like
the thing now is what? What does everybody want to do? Everybody want to go viral.
yeah.
So they don't care what you do. They don't care what they got to do to go viral. They will, sacrifice their character. They will sacrifice everything just to go viral. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. The homie, the baby, he wore a diaper. You know what I'm saying? He was wearing a diaper. I'm not gonna wear a diaper, but yeah, got him a lot of recognition.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, he got talent actually. You know what I mean? But
He needed something to go viral.
he needed something to go. He wanted to go viral, and I mean sometimes that works because it's such a you can reach billions and billions of people online.
But a lot of rappers, like you said, a lot of rappers use that to do. Like 6ix9ine, he was trolling rappers to go viral. Who else did something?
That's a perfect example right now. Tekashi 6ix9ine. He was from my point of view, look outside looking in, is he was an actor. You know what I'm saying? He was just an actor, and that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how the mind is. Like, and I understand it. Like I'm no different from anybody else. Because when I was young, I watched John Con Van Damme or Steven Seagal movie of all this karate shit. And after the movie go off, I think I'm them. I think I can fight like them. I think I can do all this different stuff like them. Because in my mind as a kid was just dirty. It was pure. You know what I mean? So what I've seen, everything I've seen, I thought I could do it or I thought it was cool. You know what I mean? Instead of, you know what I mean, speaking from wisdom and experience. You can see that shit was just act. And that work. I mean, that may work for some people, bro. You know what I mean? That's just not the approach that I'm gonna take. You know what I'm saying? I'm not taking that approach. I've been successful and done successful things and shook a lot of people's hands throughout my career by not acting an asshole, by not acting out of the ordinary or having to do something silly to get some attention. You know what I'm saying? Like, I haven't had to do that. Somebody else may have to do that. You want to let people know it's a prosperous operation. Believe in yourself and keep